Welcome back here on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. This is Arunava Chaudhuri, and this is a watch-along of the second semi-final of the SAFF Women's Swim Championship 2026, in which the hosts India take on Bhutan at the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Margao. And it's a big game for the Indian women's, who hopefully will overcome the Bhutan challenge and make it to the final, in which, yeah, in which Bangladesh are waiting, who scored a very, very late winner against Nepal to win 2-1 and make it a third final in a row, and potentially, of course, also for Bangladesh the opportunity in that final to make it three in a row, while India will want to win the first SAFF since 2019. Yes, India used to be the only SAFF winners, but that has changed in the last few years. So therefore, that's going to be an interesting thing to see. And the semi-final, of course, normally, I always say normally, should be a one-sided affair. Bhutan should not be a challenge for the Indian women's team, who start with the following lineup. Panthoy is in goal, then with the number 2, Purnima Kumari, number 3, Nirmala, number 4, and captain Shilki Himam Somya Gugulot is the number 7, number 8, Sanfida Nongrum. Asta Oram has the number 9, Anka Naurem has the 15, Karishma Shir Voikar has the 17, Jasoda Munda 18, Avika Singh has the 19, and Crispin Chetri is the captain. And yes, the women, the national team is wearing the same jersey, the updated Indian football jersey per se, as Crispin Chetri is being shown. And let's see. Any news of SAFF Club Championship for men? Ellis, nothing. Um, Again, as long as there's no clarity on what Indian men's football will do in the near or long-term future, let's call it this way, I don't think SAFF will do anything, because an Indian participant is a must. But at the moment, I think there's no clarity. As both the teams get ready, we're seconds away from kickoff at the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Margao, as both the teams are getting ready to play. And therefore, Ellis, no, on that, no idea. So, was more scope than men's? Um, Potentially, yes. But the problem is that, according to my understanding of what's happening in and around South Asia and other parts of the world, women's football is growing exponentially. So, for us to be successful, to be a big player in the women's game, we have to, of course, also upgrade ourselves, improve um, senior level football, improve everything else, and you know, develop the IWL, IWL2, the youth tournaments, the youth competitions, the youth national teams, and then we can hopefully be better. Is squad released for Tajikistan? No, none. It's the same one, except I think, yeah, it's the same one because it's the traveling squad, and I think Parthiv Gogoi has replaced Ryan Williams. As we are awaiting kickoff in Margao, and it's kickoff, Bhutan playing from left to right in their all orange strip, while India in an all blue kit. And India directly trying to put pressure on their opponents. Bhutan clear their lines. According to you, who are favorites to win South Women's Cup? To me, Alice, surely we are the favorites. You know, we're playing at home, but again, if Bangladesh and India play each other in the final, you never know. But India's been quite solid so far this tournament. So I won't be able to watch the match because both the TVs are engaged. Sad to hear so. So be part of the live watch along. As India try and build up from the back. Shilki looking to play long, headed out by Bhutan. India back with the ball. Sanfida back to Shilki. Looking to play to Purnima. Nirmala back to Purnima. Shilki captain now. Plays it long. That's a good ball. Astam but the Bhutanese keeper has the ball. And coming to speak of the subs, Shreya, Ribansi as alternative goalkeepers, Julie, Shongita, Bashfor, Pyari Shaja, Grace Dangmai, Linda Kom, Ranjana, Manisha Kalyan on the bench has joined the team, Toibi Sana, Sarita, and Malavika. So India has options in these minutes of the game. Why India don't have good research places despite having great academies like Reliance Foundation, Bangalore FC, Naval Academy, PFC. We don't have great academies. I think that answers your question. Anup, your problem is that the academies are not producing, yeah, good enough players. And the women's game, we don't even have proper academies. And is that a corner for Bhutan? Looks like it. In the 3rd minute, corner won by the Bhutanese captain. Needs to be careful. Bhutan having finished 2nd behind Nepal, ahead of Sri Lanka. That's a big, big achievement for Bhutan. Lost only 1-0 to Nepal, but beat Sri Lanka 4-0. Corner for Bhutan. Coming into the danger zone. India needs to clear. Ooh, very lucky there. And that's another corner for Bhutan. So why does Indian football team, both men's, take SAFF so seriously and of course they always screw it? Because we're not good enough. We have to take SAFF seriously because that's our level of football, right? Yes, Bangladesh women are also playing good football this time under captain Maria Manda Shangma. No one knows what will happen in final if we meet Bangladesh. Yeah, this is actually not even the best Bangladesh team. Huh? The corner, little overcooked, but Bhutan keep the ball, clear it. I watched your video today. What you're saying is let the clubs run things for years as they're more valuable and then look out for commercial work because the time of current bids are impractical. Yeah, Anibal, we are in a situation where if I look at the valuation at the moment, it's a non-starter. If our friends at long ball across, the Bhutan keeper misses it. That has to be a goal for India. On good recovery by Bhutan. Karishma, empty net, just has to take a shot on goal. Terrible mistake by the keeper. And Karishma, runs after the ball. Just try and take a shot, girl. Just try and shoot. Might have given you the goal. India with a nice through ball and Bhutan clear their lines. So Anibal, what I was trying to say is that given the realities, also the AIFF needs money, you know, and the problem here is very simple. Oh, that ball has gone out. Karishma. No, yeah. And to me, the AIFF is in opposition. The AIFF needs money, right? To fix a 20-year period or 15 plus 5 period, to me is too long, right? And if the clubs are willing to say, listen, I'm going to give you 15, why don't you say, listen, offer me a little bit more, and let's try and if you ask me, Hannibal, that's maybe an option, right? India win the ball back. Yasuda and Dashi on a corner. The way the women are walking back. Yeah, it's a corner for India in the 6th minute. I thought some academy, one of Liverpool and one of the player from Liverpool was captain of England, or is it because of age manipulation? Anup, there was no Liverpool captain in that squad. I don't even know what Liverpool squad it was. And that academy, age manipulation, age fraud, whatever. Yeah, let's not even get to this. Curacao beats Serbia. Why can't India can't even compete at Asian level? So let's not do those comparisons. It makes no sense. Corner for India into the far side. India keep the ball in play. Bhutan clear. Throw in India from the right. India takes it quickly. Uh, Can't control the ball. Trianga. Goal kick. Bhutan. And also the country is not getting. Anyway, that's my point. That's why for me, if the clubs are offering you money and want to run it, do it. That was my only point in this matter. And yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Bhutan with a goal kick, played wide and then long, headed out by India. So in India, Avika. Nongrom intercepted by Bhutan. Maybe a counter-attacking move. Purnima clears for a corner. 24 teams on the Asia Cup. Sad part is India is not even top 10 for Asia. Yeah, sure. Sad reality at the moment. Throw in for Bhutan on the right. That is the problem. And in the men's game, we're not part of the top 24. Long ball forward for Bhutan in the box. The striker can't keep the ball in. Dangerous situation potentially. What does people have to think about this? Are they in the same page as you are in, or are they ready to accept the junior sports bid? Hannibal, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't at the moment. I don't see the AIFF accepting anything from the clubs. They want something long term. My question is, will anything be solved, sorted? We have the thing with the Valanka Alamao case against the AIFF. We have the whole thing regarding elections. Honestly, I don't know when and what decision will be taken. India steal the ball and earn a throw in. India build up from the back. Shilki with a chip. Headed out by Bhutan. Trying to clear their lines. Ball back with Shilki. Purnima. Mohamed Sir should go on AIFF and get that game done. That is wasting potential versus sitting on bench. Sure, I thought some people are saying he should be playing for the A national team, right? Then he should be playing regularly in the ISL. So I don't know, honestly. Who will win World Cup in the protection? Top favorite for me is Spain, and followed by France. And then you've got a group of teams, the regular suspects. Argentina could be in it. Germany would be in it. England is in it. Yeah, let's wait and see. But if you ask me, top favorite for me, Spain. With the quality Spain have, surely top favorite. Bhutan try and clear their lines. Let India intercept. Bhutan intercept. Oh, it's a little overambitious. And that ball goes to Panthoy. Kicks it out. Bhutan try and combine. And just to be careful. Astam loses the ball, wins the ball. Shilki back to Panthoy. Yeah, India need to be careful. Bhutan lurking for those counter-attacking moves. Trying to be dangerous on those. Ball cleared by India. And this time, the Bhutan keeper has the ball ahead of Somia. Bhutan's number one, Sangeeta Monga, who plays in Goa or has played in Goa for Sesa Goa in the IWL. Bhutan It's the ball. India with the ball. Chance. Nice move from Shomya, who headed on by Priyanka, but cleared by the Bhutan keeper. Chance for Bhutan to maybe counter. Oh, Shilki, important clearance. Bhutan causing some problems for India, but India have the ball. Karishma into the middle. Avika. No. Somya. Avika makes space for Somya. But Sangeeta in the Bhutan goal has the ball. South Korea and Japan will make us proud. Let's see. Shom, I hope so. I hope so. Is it true these women don't get paid by F? No, no, Shom, no footballer around the world gets paid by the um, by their federations. So there's no salary that players pick up from federations per se. Definitely not Korea, says Hannibal. Shilki. Shilki plays it forward. Nice ball. Astam keeps it in. Abstam is in the box. It loses it. Bhutan clear their lines. Shilki turns it around. Direct counter move. Safida. Back to Purnima. Out to Nirmala. This is definitely not Korea. Let's wait and see. I mean, you have expectations. I have expectations. We have expectations. So we'll have to wait and see who does how. India with the ball. Oh, Astam doesn't get to it. If that person comes in at AIFF, then how many years would it take India to play FIFA World Cup on merit? So I have no idea. Again, playing on merit is not something that, you organize something, you get something done, and then you play. There are so many factors which decide if you can qualify or not qualify. There are countries, like, let's say in Uzbekistan, right, has been a good Asian side since the 90s. They've never qualified for a World Cup, right? So there are teams who won the Asian Cup who don't play for World Cups. So therefore, that, no idea. That's the left back is wearing number 9. Weird. Um, yes, Vijay, that's one of the observations I already had when I looked at the numbers. I said, wasn't she wearing 5 or something in last tournaments? Ball cleared, chance maybe for Bhutan to counter, and Panthoy has to come out of a line and clear it for a throw in. Yeah, Bhutan and their counter attacks have to be careful, India. The number 10, Sonam Lamo. They have 2 players playing abroad. Bhutan. One is, of course, the goalkeeper, Sangeeta Monga. And the other one is their number 19, Geshe Bitha, who plays in Indonesia. So when India clear, Bhutan has to be careful, no? They kind of it covered the last line. Bhutan chip it forward. Bhutan get it into the striking position, get a shot off, and good save from Panthoy. Bhutan able to play it through, and they earn a corner. Chip it forward. And Panthoy just about keeps it out. Tashi Wangmo plays it to Pema Choden Chiring, the captain. Corner to be taken by Namyal Dema. Oh, it's high. India have problems. Sanfida with the ball. And another shot. India got knocked out by Singapore Asian qualifiers. Afghanistan World Cup was what a shame. Has anyone from I said sorry that we screwed up both Asia World Cups? Not that I know. Yeah, World Cup cycles. No, I don't think so. India with the ball. Played long and wide for Somya. Somya in the middle. Avika leaves it. Karishma doesn't get to it. Oh, that's a foul from Somya. It's one of the Bhutan players. Yeah, the number 9. Nice little turn and then body. Just bundles her over. India with the ball. 0-0. 17 plus minutes on the clock. Ball played forward, cleared by Bhutan for a throw in on the left. Throw in. Avika can't get it to Astam. Throw in now for Bhutan. India, Tajikistan are difficult because I don't know what kind of team Tajikistan will play, but I would hope we've learned a few things in England and can utilize that because we played superior opponents, but I saw a little bit some of the footage from the players. It looks like that the weather is much colder uh, in Tajikistan than it is in the UK. So therefore, yeah, I'm not sure what to predict from these days. Oh, Bhutan can't clear it properly. Somya with a chance. In the end, the Bhutanese keeper has it. So what do you think about the Pangdi Quarterlands in Mizoram and how it can impact youth football in India? Anup, it is still in early years. I hope that it brings a transformation in the way, you know, um, Bhutan go through. India has to be careful. Purnima clears. Again, Bhutan able to cause problems to India. So for me, Nopang League is one of the best surely grassroots programs, but until we see results, maybe it'll take another 5, 7, 10, 15 years to really show. Because the question is, I think they will have to refine the way that they work on the players, develop the players. That's going to be very important. Remember, tourism has to be the goal of AIFF because that's where the next World Cup qualifiers start. Prepare in a way that even if we don't qualify for a World Cup, at least go to round 3. So let's hope we don't have to play round 1 with the rankings. So yeah, it's far away. India with the ball. Priyanka. Ball with India. Shirki has the ball. 20 minutes now on the clock. Goalless at the Fatorda between India and Bhutan in the second semi-final of the SAFF Women's Championship. Ball forward. And Bhutan, yeah, clear with a touch. I think it was Jasoda, yeah. Jasoda Munda with a touch. Throw in for Bhutan. Sarah doubt whether we have the ability to fit even your predictions. Again, see the problem is Tajikistan is not some weak side, right? So therefore, and there's no team that we go in a match and say, listen, we're going to beat them this way, that way. No, long ball forward. So if you were an AIFF, then you would have planned the future in football. Sure, it's not that easy to just say, hey, listen, I would do this. It depends on a lot of factors. But what I always would say that if I would ever work in the FF, I first would assess of what the situation is. What do I have? What is available to me, and what needs to be done, and then try and work on plans. Ideas and all. I think that's not the problem. The problem is what can be done, what can realistic be done, what can be implemented. Long ball forward, but that's again with Sangeeta, the Bhutan goalkeeper. Sangeeta trying to dry up the ball a little. Goes for a long kick. Oh, Jasoda. That to me was a handball. Or say something. Oh, sorry. There's a dog. There is a dog on the field. And the dog thought of running towards the ball. Now it's taken a turn. Yes. The dog is still on the field. Avik and Crispin having a word. Mm, The dog is still on the field. Seriously, guys, the dog is still on the field. Why is none of the players going towards the dog and trying to get the dog removed? Or is the referee now she's saying, um, seriously, the dog is actually coming towards the Indian bench now. No, no, no one's bothering about the dog. The dog is, I think, wants some water as well. No, the dog has it's walked off the field. Oh, guys, yes, this happens in India and Indian football. Welcome. But if we went at round three, I think the media would place on God's channel. I don't know how much the media would care, uh, but that would be real. Where is Abdin Bhati? Where we can't use the foreign league players instead of them? He's somewhere, I think he's in Bolivia or somewhere, but Abnit has played, I don't know, 26, 27 matches um, in the last 6, 7 years. I don't know if Abnit is the candidate to take us forward, to be very honest with you guys. Dogs and feed one nice job. Says, you remember I said that Bangladesh women compare dogs wrong on the video? Yeah, that was on the training pitch. Oh, India lose the ball, but Shilki wins it. Jasoda. Panthoy. If you somehow get a top job, they will be able to do these kinds of live streams. And they think you say, no, Hannibal, if I'm working at the AIFF, I don't think I would have the time, to do these kind of live streams. And the social media, that's the reality. Oh, that's a nice good through ball. Priyanka was offside. And and I say the things what I say, right? And I also say things to people who I know, and the public doesn't know or doesn't need to know. So therefore, I will say what I say, but maybe the one other thing I will not say publicly, but I will say to the concerned persons, and I think that's more important in my opinion. Long ball forward by Bhutan. India clear the lines. 25 plus minutes now on the clock. Bhutan try and keep the ball in. Astam blocked. And India have the ball back. Sanfida. Sanfida being put under pressure, keeps the ball. Somya. But Bhutan win the ball back. Oh, mistake by Bhutan. Cleared by India. As we see, Manisha Kalyan in the stands. Shilki. Ball from Panthoy to Shilki. Purnima all through for Somya, but throw in for Bhutan. Sir, how does a day go like in a football association person working usually? There is no thing that you say, oh, this person does this. There's no usual because it depends on what position, what timings you work. Um, there is no standard procedure. I was so convinced and blind to follow and going out and playing Mick, but ignore them. It person done to football. He's not open. He's made a move himself. Yeah, Piyush, but again, I've told you, but you still wanted to prove me wrong. Long ball forward of Bhutan, Panto has it. So what to say? The less I say on these matters, the better, because again, some of you people think you know better, you understand things better. And sorry, if oh, that's a good ball through for India. That should be the first. Somya, ooh, is that a penalty? No, not given. So throw in for India. So therefore, what to say? People know better, you know, and I say things. Okay, let's see that again. Oh no, the keeper had the ball first, and then Somya bundled into her. So to me, Piyush, what to add, what to say. I've said what I've said, and I've not changed it. But I also say that certain things I might have been wrong in the past. You know, but on the basics, on the general things, I think very few people who can discuss with me anywhere in the world in regard to Indian football. Right? What is Bhutan's number 11's name? What was her name? Namgyel Dema. So if this group was Asian guy worker was, then would you come out and apologize to all the yeah, so yeah, sure. But that's not a tough one to do. I don't know if it's true or not. Yeah. You see. Also about everything I tweeted, I honestly feel victim of all this more than that person. It's because all people like me, football is not improving and how do I know who's speaking facts is my question. Just check a few things. I mean, there are so many lies in there which are easily, I mean, do a little bit of research, you would know what is right, what is wrong. Again, now after 29 minutes is the drinks break. Still goalless between India and Bhutan in the second semi-final of the SAFF Women's Championship. Um, Piyush, it's very easy, and I've said this number of times, right? Uh, you know, um, so therefore, for me, yeah, very simple. Right? I don't care about what, but anyone can imagine what will happen to those kids if they not make it through there. So under so much analysis spotlight at such an age. So sure, most of the kids won't make it. Who has really made it in the last 10 years out of those so many kids who were there? Anwar Ali, right? That's his golden boy that he speaks about. The rest, none of them have made it. And a lot of players where he claims, uh, you know. Um, so yeah, that's the thing. Chances being shown, and yeah, Bhutan had some chances against us. We Bengalis have an instinct to get a person, but just looking at them, I feel it's a bit not worth of anything. Had it been so, he would have taken whatever on stage is really important. Okay. So a message from group asking about Arunava signing for clubs. I don't know which group you're talking about. None of them did anything. So make sure so you can feel as we come in. You won't. Neil, very poor 30 minutes. Neil, we're talking about Bhutan. To me, that's a problem. And Bhutan has had chances against us. We unnecessarily giving them opportunities. Not a good game so far. So that Sujal, it's 31, 07, 08, 09, 10. Right? Not a good game so far by India. Have to do better against a team like Bhutan. India now with a good ball for Somia, but the keeper is coming out and she clears with the leg. That's good work by the goalkeeper. Somia plays it back to Nirmala into the box. Oh, Bhutan leaves it. Avika with a chance. Safida, Sanfida with the shot, but just goes wide. Sorry, Pranga. Not Sanfida. Sorry, my mistake. I did because I see nothing eventuated, so I see it as a scam now on two players. When if June you can start playing early two instead, yeah. Which says how old are they then, no? So did India ever get banned? So yes, they did. In 2022, FIFA banned India because of interference by the Supreme Court. Equality for person. So no idea. Yeah, Vika, not much involved so far. Oh, Bhutan on that right wing. Bhutan into the middle. India clear. Bhutan again. Bhutan throw in India should be, huh? Or yeah, it's a throw in India. When you said 3109, I was watching 3148. Okay, maybe I have to wait 1 second. The problem is with fan codes, sometimes they show ads, right? So maybe I lose a few seconds. 1 second, I'm just reloading this. Maybe that's why I'm a little late on. Yeah, so these are all things, right? We learn about it. It's like people hyping players, and we have to look at the reality. Um, so therefore, that's a difficult one. India with the ball. Bhutan try to clear, but Sanfida, Purnima, Shilki, back to Sanfida. Ooh, first touch wasn't good. Leaves it for Purnima. Said, how is Russian football surviving? I mean, no idea, to be very honest. India in the danger zone. Somya shot blocked. Good movement. Blocked by Bhutan. Who've done well so far. India not really controlling affairs. Ball to Shilki. Ball through and cleared by Bhutan. There is a podcast channel called As News Don't You Should Talk About Info. So I've said this multiple times to a lot of people. I said, I don't go to people and say, listen, I need to talk on your channel, right? It doesn't work for me that way. So therefore, for me, these things are always about question about, yeah, how can I get out of, um, how can I get onto those platforms? I guess Liverpool was real team, but team was under 15s when I was at 270 years. That was the mid 20 subs in the and Liverpool made 8 sub 15 minute match. Piyush, let's forget it. I don't even think it was a real under 15s. Let's stop. Money has gone viral. Yeah, getting the lineup from. I checked the SAFF database. Nepal. 35 plus minutes. Throw in for Bhutan on the left. Kicked forward. No, Punima heads it out. Bhutan kick it forward. And Bhutan have the ball now on the right, on the left. Important. Astam clears. Nirmala will keep the ball in play. Chips it forward. Good ball forward. Chance for India to break. Jasoda. Avika won't get to it, but she will keep the ball in play. Oh, terrible. Avika wanted to play it past the player. Couldn't get it past. Throw in for India. Asta. Astam. Yeah, overdoes it, trying to backheel it to herself and then plays the ball out. A throw in for and Crispin Chetri is just shaking his head like this. It's not good enough what India is playing. I guess project wise, vision wise, Reliance Foundation Young Champs is the only who are doing quality work and at scale. What do you think? Yeah, if I look at scale, grassroots, and youth football, most probably yes. Long ball forward. Bhutan, luckily, India is able to intercept. But again, they play backwards. Shilki, just say one thing in next 5 years, let's see where these Liverpool boys play and where does these Minerva boys play. Then never will know winning against teams that youth level was nowhere. Okay, Sean. No, Sean is never good in control. Okay. I was reading some of the Harvard's Cowboys in the match that this team was, it was 8-3. So that some as how much those 23 was matters in football. Yeah, Sujo. Yeah, but beaten by a local team. Yes, very true. Let's focus on this match. India playing out. Soumya on the right and earns a throw in. Interesting to see that India's having problems to try and beat Bhutan in those one-on-ones. And if you're liking this watch along, do leave a like, do share, and if you haven't, do subscribe. We stand at 4,388. Long ball forward for Bhutan, but Shirki is there. And Sangeeta, Bhutan's goalkeeper, clears it for a throw in. Doesn't take any chances. Personally known, it says where they've misrepresented it. Okay, sir, I love that player who plays for Stuttgart. His name is Stiller. Angelo Stiller, yeah, former Bayern Munich Academy player. India combined. Priyanka, nice ball, but no one reacts. And that's a goal kick. Thing which actually made me question my wrong choices was that one guy made Instant Football Janta Party and said in real that we should all come together and make Ranji president. Okay, Priyash. I'm Chelsea fan. I cannot believe we won Champions League with the guys like Havertz and Timo Werner. Yeah, Sean. I think Havertz as a false number nine most probably is the best false number nine in the world, if you want to see it that way. But to me, he's more of a 10 or an 8, but like Panthoy with the ball. 40 plus minutes. India nil, Bhutan nil in the SAFF women's semifinals. Purnima, Panthoy. Oh, mistake by Bhutan, but yeah, they're still playing it out, clearing it. And then those long balls. Yeah, India needs changes. What to do? Pyari on the bench, Grace on the bench, Linda on the bench, Sangeeta on the bench, and not to forget Manisha. So India does have options in those attacking positions. I think I've got to raise as a proposal. Piyush, not sure at the moment. Oh, nice through ball, but Bhutan alert. Priyanka wins it, loses it. That might be a chance. And the Bhutan goalkeeper has the ball in the end. That final through ball, that final pass is missing from India. Right there. That combination play, and Bhutan are fighting to not concede a goal. They're doing very well, I have to say. Yeah. And it's already surprised with, oh, dangerous ball. Bhutan steal it. Bhutan with the ball. Ooh. Player down. No penalty. India has to be careful. Now maybe a chance to break. Sanfida looking for Somia. That's offside to me, yeah. Given as offside. That Harvard's goal against City in the UCL final was a good example of how a false nine has to work. Exactly. So you're a perfect example. Kai Havertz, yeah, hopefully he does well for Germany in the summer. Free kick from the offside for Bhutan. Throw in Bhutan. 42 plus minutes on the clock. It's still goalless. India, Bhutan in the second semi-final of the SAFF Women's Championship. Going again for Bhutan on the left. Are they going to get it? How far are they going to get it? Fight around the ball, and India clear. But Bhutan wins the ball back. Bhutan with the ball into the box, headed out by India. But Bhutan win it again and will keep it in play. I'm actually impressed by Bhutan so far. Didn't expect him to be such a problem for India. And Namgyal Dema, the 25-year-old from Royal Thimphu College, number 11, taking the throw in has been quite impressive. Bhutan with the ball into the danger zone, and Panthoy has it. Ahead of Captain Pema Shering. Panthoy really not bothered. The on-rushing player, but I have to say I'm so far impressed. And Bhutan nicely played through, and Panther will have to come out, but not a problem for the keeper. India trying to build up. Oh, lose the ball again. Bhutan. The captain cheering, loses the ball. Chance for India now. Sanfida. Sanfida gets the ball across, but Bhutan again can clear their lines. Oh, dangerous loss by Priyanka. 2 minutes of added time. But no problem for Panthoy. Why is Bhutan moving like Bangladesh? I don't know. Link. There is no link that I can share. Sorry for that. Long ball headed out by Bhutan. Again, Bhutan with the ball forward, but Africa won't get to it. Goal kick, Bhutan. We're already in the 46th minute. It's goalless. At the Fatorda. Who will make the final on Friday? Oh, Astam under pressure. Plays it back to Panthoy. So many early crosses, but it's frustrating. Yeah, Sujal, it's poor football. It's very, very poor football. And oh, throw in India. Astam quickly taken. And another throw in for India. Last time around with the throw in on the left. Oh, that ball goes through to Sanfida. Quickly taken into the danger area. Oh, and the Bhutanese defender heads it out in the last second. Somya, and cleared. Another throw in for India. Priyanka plays it back to Purnima Shilki. And that's the halftime whistle from the match referee. And it is goalless. And the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium between India and Bhutan in the second semi-final of the SAFF Women's Championship. Referee Mini Sarani Yapa from Sri Lanka. And interesting to see what happens in the second half, because both the teams will have to be better in their finishing if they want to face Bangladesh in the final, who had to dig deep against Nepal. Rana had given Nepal a 20-minute lead, 22nd minute lead, that's the right way to say it. And then Purna Chakma in the 46th minute of the first half, meaning 45 plus 1. And Preeti Rai in the 3rd minute of added time, in the 93rd minute, scored a sensational winner for Bangladesh to give them a chance to lift the 3rd SAF championship in a row. Bhutan look better than Bangladesh against us till now, says Prasanjit. Sadly, I didn't watch the game, so therefore I can't judge that game. But to me, this is Bhutan. Yeah, very impressive. Very, very impressive so far. Sorry to say, but looks more like aunties playing football than actual athletes. Oh, that's hard. Um, but yeah, it's not good enough. As you say, it's not good enough. As I said, Bhutan has surprised me. I thought India would would be an easy half. Some of the stats: 71 to 29% ball possession for India, 4 to 2 attempts, one shot on target each, 2 to 1 corners to Bhutan. India committed 3 fouls, Bhutan none. Says a lot. India players taking too much time to pass, not as well accurate. Yeah, Akshay, basic problems. Passing was pathetic. Yeah, but Prasenjit, there's no passing, there's no gameplay. What is the idea of what we're playing? I mean, what's the idea? Try to punt it forward and hope something happens. I mean, it was interesting that Khalid Jamil gets so much stick for his football, and then people say, "Oh, you know what? Crispin this, Crispin that." Sorry, Crispin, this is not good enough. Sorry to say that from my side, my friend. Um, this at the moment is, in my opinion, not good enough at all, from what I'm seeing. The number 11 defender is better than our whole defenders. Yep, yep. That's an observation that I also had. I think Hannibal also had also as well. Number 11, Namyel Dema, has really done really, really well. Um, no, yeah, but also the others, um, Chering Ladan on the other side, number 14 as well. So yeah, it wasn't good enough. Sorry. Bhutan looked much, much better than India. Sadly, actually, I have to agree to that. India had much more of the ball. India had much more this, that, everything, but I don't know. We didn't create anything, right? Not good enough for us, but good enough for decision makers. Hi, Roshan. Hello. Yeah, that's the point, no? We'd rather have an Indian coach than a foreigner, and then this is the outcome. This is sadly the outcome, right? To me, very important. Sorry, I'll just get up quickly and be back in a sec. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, that's not good enough. Is Avika all the hype? Four goals is more than all nil. But Sanjit, Avika, we've seen that she has a certain level, and I hope that she improves further in Denmark. I think that's the big thing for her. But we've seen that in the Asian Cup as well, against better sides, or if if someone really puts a foot down against her, she doesn't have a chance. I don't know why these players don't look sharp, no footballing IQ, don't know when to pass, when to take a shot. My question is, and that question has never been answered. Why have the experienced players in Indian women's football moved completely out? I still don't understand it because this team, there are players in there who, sorry, don't deserve to wear an India shirt, right? And this is still, we're talking about Bhutan. We're not talking about Asian Cup and this and that and everything. We're talking about Bhutan, right? We're so inconsistent, and any lack of basics will will keep pricking you. And why are some of the seniors still left out of the first? Uchud, we've spoken about this as well. Uh, you know, but to me, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It makes no sense. I asked about number 11 because she seemed very beautiful to me. I don't know that she would be playing this well. Hannibal, nice one. Hannibal, this is not a pageant show or whatever. Huh? She is Namgyal Dema is her name. She's 25 years old, plays at Royal Thimphu College. And she convinced you first with her looks and now with her football. What better to say? We beat Bangladesh so convincingly, but I think we have become casual and overcome of that match. Personally, I don't know. I didn't see the match against Bangladesh. I also know that Bangladesh is not the best team that they have available to them. So therefore, all these are factors, and therefore, for me, yeah, a lot of questions should need to be asked. Um, and as I've said, to me, it's not good enough. Sorry, video on the club's proposal looking good, but will AFF agree? Uchud, at the moment, no idea. As I said, we don't know what the proposal is. But sorry, yeah, where were we? With the proposal, Uchud, I think, given the realities, I think it's a good proposal. It buys you time, and hopefully the product would be a little bit better and worth more. Only question is to me is how do you keep the AFF happy, because the AFF's problem is that the AFF needs money to be able to run its system, and that's the question that the clubs need to answer themselves. I'm surprised. I'm not sure. I've of if all clubs are really going for it. I've already heard that East Bengal still is not supporting it. And yeah, let's wait and see. I cannot see any philosophy of Crispin how to play Indian team. Actually, that's been a problem. I even saw it last year. Was it what was it? Maldives friendly, or was it or who was this? Yeah, it's it's been a point, right? With a lot of Indian coaches. Hi, Anurag. I'm doing good. How are you? Hope good to see you. Anju Turam Baker is working with the Bhutan good girls. Yeah, Anju, lovely pathway that she's had over the last few years, and but it's not a young girls team. If I look at the age of the Bhutanese, 26, 23, 21, 27, 25, 30. The captain, 22, 25, 26, 22, 22. So it's, yeah, let's see. From last many matches, I saw full Mac taking long pass with knowing knowing where the per player. Actually, yeah. That's a tactic that we seem to have. Punt it long and hope someone gets to it. Um, you know. So therefore, for me, that's one of our problems at the moment in the way that we are playing, right? So, um, yeah, that's um, there's no system to this madness. You know, can Nopan League create players like Uzbekistan in the next 10 years? Oh, Shantanu, like Uzbekistan is if they could, I would love it. But I don't know if that should be our ambition. But Uzbekistan has not taken 10 years to create those players. Huh? Uzbekistan has created those players over a longer period of time. Right? It's needed them 25, 30 years to do that. Is Bhutan 11 should be signed by East Bengal for a Asian Women's Champions League. She can be good for defense, says Prasenjit. We seem to be talking about it again and again. Namgyal Dema is her name, a 25-year-old who plays for Royal Thimphu College. I know I shouldn't compare, but the Indian women's cricket team looked sharp and agile yesterday. The football team, by contrast, looks quite stiff. Neil, again, in India, to compare cricket with football is a little unfair, but yeah, it's, I don't know. Why AIFF part way with Pranav Conti showed some philosophy with the center for first match, last match of AFC. Actually, because it was, she was contracted for the tournament and someone actually externally paid for it rather than the AFF. The AFF doesn't have money, right? So that's a reality, right? So therefore, for me, so let's wait and see um, what happens. But to me, I said, uh, yeah, Tamil Conti convinced me. I guess convinced you as well, but sadly, no longer there. Sweeti Devi injured. She was injured during Asian Cup. Yes, Ochud Sweeti Devi was seriously injured during the AFC Women's Asian Cup. I don't know what the state of her injury is, to be very honest. On the positive, left sided centre back looks good. What's the name? Shilki Devi, the captain. I think you're talking about number 4, right? The captain. Yeah, she's the best player in that squad, I guess. And but again, we're not doing what we need. So yeah. So therefore, that's something which we need to look at. And yeah, it's a big issue. Let's see if we can improve. But at the moment, yeah, let's see what happens in the match. Why, so why are you watching? No, why shouldn't I do a watch along, Shanlata? Could you? Why shouldn't I? Said Ecuadorian club called Independiente del Valle. All players like Pacho, Hincapié, Keandre Paez, and Caicedo have come from. Yes, I've heard about them. So why are you doing watch along videos? Bhutan South does this have any relevance? Just Shanlata again, and let me say this very clearly. Manisha Kalyan coming on, right? Ranka going off, Manisha coming on, and that is the problem when I don't have numbers. This is the problem of these competitions, and even Bhutan making a substitution. So India has brought on, and we still don't have numbers. 22. Is it Malavika? It could be Malavika, right? Um, so Shanlata, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Why Chris will not take from U20, U70 team? Actually, I don't think the problem is the younger players. I think you need experience. This team lacks experience. No IQ players. Okay, Manisha, Ashadata, Bemida, we need them. Yeah. Yeah. Bem Bem is retired. Dalima is also sort of semi-retired, like Aditi after this half. Yes. Can we beat Tajikistan? I have my doubts. I would love us to beat them, but I have my doubts, to be very honest with you. And India have the kickoff this time around, playing from left to right in their blue home kits, with Bhutan from right to left. Says a lot. We need Manisha to win this match. Roshan, it says, yeah, very, very lot. There's got test playing. Yes, they are, but yeah, coaches are bad. They always play safe. Yeah. Giving us 20 minutes to take some experience. Okay. The problem is this whole, yeah, I don't know, younger players. Bhutan, oh, is that offside? Yes, the captain was offside, luckily. Otherwise, this would have been a chance for Bhutan. Pema Chering, the 30-year-old, 26 international matches. Chance maybe for India, blocked by Bhutan again. And Bhutan clear their lines. Interesting, Pema Chering is the daughter of the president of Thimphu City FC, Hishe Chering. And interestingly, she has served as the head of the women's football. Crazy thing that one finds out if you do a little bit of search. Right. One thing when it comes to coaching is in India, they always say don't play from the back because that kind of puts pressure, but going long and losing possession doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, sure. Very right. And uncontrolled playing it out is the biggest problem. India trying to play. Oh, there should be a foul from Bhutan. Oh, pushing and shoving going on. Yeah. Foul for India on the left. 48th minute. India nil, Bhutan nil. Nirmala has come across. Nirmala chips it into the danger zone, headed onwards, but Avika won't get to it. They are not able to break down. Anju Thurambekar is coaching account ongoing women's league. Yeah, good for her. Wouldn't most probably get an opportunity in India. That's why she's gone to Bhutan, has done licenses with the AFC as well. Why does all these youngsters look nervous in big matches? Is it because they don't trust their abilities? Amongst others. And as you see, I mean, the scary part is that even a Bhutan, ooh, is that offside? Yes. Ooh, lucky. That the captain sharing is offside. So how far do you think Germany will go this time in the World Cup? Anurag, Germany is one of the candidates on the, not in the top candidates, but if you take Spain and France out, then there could be a candidate to go far. Let's see how far we can go. As the mood for World Cup now finally seems to be coming. Oh, that could be a chance for India. No, it's not. Start following you after watching Drogba was said big podcast. Thanks, Shom. Good to hear. Really enjoyable with Drogba. Good Shashwat, really nice conversation. Really enjoyed it. To be very honest with you, India now. And Manisha Kalyan for the first time beats an opponent, and that's a free kick for India. Good turn, good speed from Manisha. And she's asked to take the free kick. I remember a free kick in the Asian Cup. Let's see. Yeah, Manisha against Chering Ladan. Crispin Chetri face says everything. Very, very disappointed, Crispin. Not happy. But again, what did you work on with your team? Manisha Kalyan. Is she going to bang in one for India? 50 plus minutes on the clock. It's 0-0 between India Bhutan. Manisha Kalyan with a free kick, and it's blocked by the wall. Manisha got two players against her. Manisha into the box. That's a good ball in. And who's that? Avika can't control the ball. It wasn't offside. Or was it? Didn't control it anyway. It's going to be interesting to see if India can put now more pressure. Does modern sporting directors are required to know about data and analytics, or does it demand the same old knowledge of management running the club? Shamanda, there's no one model which says you need to be this way, that way. It depends on how the club wants to operate or does things. Free kick for India once again. This time foul on Sanfida Nongrum. You know, and and yeah. So some will use data and analytics, some won't. It depends, how you use it. It is because the headbutt incident 2006 World Cup. We need a good Italy side, Netherlands side to make the World Cup interesting. I don't think for the World Cup to be interesting, you don't need any of the sides. Again, of course, Italy normally should be part of it. Nirmala with the long range, which is not dangerous. And Crispin Chetri's face says it everything. Um, and yeah, maybe that Italy, the last real win was the quarterfinal against Ukraine, a 3-0, then a 2-0 in extra time against Germany, and then a 5-3 on penalties against France. Free kick for Bhutan. The fact that Manisha comes from an athletics background, not football, to becoming India's best footballer of present says all about our ecosystem. Sujal, very well, very well said, Sujal. Right. Um, Again, we look at number 11 of Bhutan, Namgyal Dema. That girl has impressed me really. I have to say that. But also the captain. How is Avika able to play professionally in Europe as well as pursue business in housing as well? Doesn't she have to attend class something? Yeah, maybe online. Online classes, Sujal, allows to do that. No? And there are maybe also the so-called off sessions, right, where you can go out and study and then come back again. So that's the thing as well. A quick reminder of those who are watching, maybe some of you are new, 34 of you are watching at this moment. Do like this watch along. Do share it. And if you haven't, please do subscribe to the channel. 4,391 is the current number. Thank you very much. Closing in on the 4,400 mark. And thinking of doing some highlight watch alongs for the World Cup and other things. I'm trying to do a few interviews. And I still have to do something in regard to a Khalid Jameen interview, or rather not a Khalid interview, but Khalid Jameen's press conference, which I need to put on. And I've always seen one thing with Indian football players who play or played outs in a set have a different mentality. So goes on a podcast with Suyash post Zimbabwe match. He said to players that and get to play again. Such facility make most of the opportunity you guys have got. Yeah, yeah. Gupit said the same thing to me personally on Saturday post match. That he really loved it. He enjoyed playing at the Valley because it was his dream once to play in England. Couldn't do it as a club player, so he's happy that he's been able to do that with India now finally. Uh, and therefore, yeah, in India. Oh, Purnima slips. No one alert from the Bhutanese players. Data analytics can help, but at the end, data can't control player emotions and hunger. Yeah, very, very true. To me is that human touch very, very important. You have to understand when you try and sign a player, does he fit not only football wise into my squad, does he fit as a character? And that's what I think I've said post match after the India versus Zimbabwe match. There's a lot of players in our team who have not understood what it means to play for India, and that seems to be with the younger generation. It seems to be a bigger problem. If you see how disappointed Gurpreet was, I had to, you know, give a good talking to the big man. Um Sandesh the same, Changte as well. Look at Rahul Beke. Then we're talking about the top four, the experienced four players, and some of them have gotten stick and they should be dropped, right? India clear. Bhutan again, ball four. Ooh, but Pantoy has it. Turns out my local gym owner in Ranchi played in ISL. I knew that he was a football player, but didn't know he had played in ISL. I like etc. etc. Okay, who's your local gym owner, Anibal? I mean, are you allowed to name him? Would be interested to hear that name. So with Italy, I feel there's mentality issue. They don't have those kind of leaders anymore. Sandro Tonali is the only guy I like because he has that sort of winning mentality. So yeah, it might be winning mentality. It's also that ball will go out in my opinion. Yeah, Sanfida will not get to it. So to me, the biggest problem is that we have a quality issue, right? And that is clearly showing. And to me, Italy needs to be better, right? And they're not producing quality players as well. Satyendra, sorry, no link on my side. Throw in Bhutan, still goalless, and we're again going into this phase where India had more of the ball, couldn't do anything, and now Bhutan sort of settling in. Nirmala with the throw in. Looks for. Oh, that should be a chance. And what does Avika do? Should have just simply put it away. Weird movement towards the header. India still in attack. There should be some Fida. And finally, India break the deadlock. Finally, India with the goal. And Sanfida Nogrum puts Indian head. And in this minute, keeper doesn't clear her lines. And Sanfida puts the ball in. Yeah, that is on the keeper. That's on Sangeeta Mongar, the 26-year-old who's played for SESA Football Academy in the Indian Women's League. And I guess, Pranjal, you just realized we just scored. What happened to this? All 90s kids watching down for Italian football is kind of sad thing. Yeah, sure. It's wrong decisions, wrong spending, didn't spend on academy, on youth football, didn't spend on the infrastructure. Look at San Zero state. Yeah. Is Bhutan good now or are we bad? Pranjal, it's a combination of both. Bhutan is better than I thought they would be, and we are not. We are terrible. Sorry to say that, right? And this is Crispin Chetri. Um, yeah, Purnima with the ball, plays it out to Manisha. Manisha plays it across, looking for Malavika. Ball in the middle, and Sangeeta Monga collects easily. Player to watch out in World Cup for me, Nico Pass, Valentin Barco, and Manu Kone. Three players to watch it according to you. I want to see. Oh, that was nicely done by the Bhutanese. But then the next pass, totally. I think Lennart Kahl could be a surprise thing for Germany. He played so well the other day against Finland that he might be an option as a starter. I want to see the young kids for Spain. Not sure. And maybe Yan Diamonde for Ivory Coast could be an interesting one as well to watch. So, yeah, let's wait and see who they are. Crispin Chitty's expression hasn't changed despite his team now leading 1-0 with now 60 minutes on the clock. An hour played. India 1, Bhutan 0. Astana slowly going to a throw-in, and that's a goal kick for Bhutan. Yeah, India's missing something, in my opinion. There is something missing from our side that we need to... Yeah, there's quite a bit missing from what we need to do to be better. And that's the problem I feel at the moment. Bhutan on the left wing. Oh, now the ball to roll out. Throw in India. Ball. And there's the dog again on the field. And referee's ball. Sangeeta Mongar has the ball. What will your centre back pairing for Germany? Mine will be Schlotterbeck and Rüdiger. No. Jonathan Tah and Schlotterbeck are the number ones. Bhutan. India clear their lines, but it's a throw in for Bhutan on the left. So, Ram, for me, clearly Jonathan Tah and Nico Schlotterbeck. His name is Timothy Munbun, not that famous, but he played in top. Yes, I remember. He played for a number of teams. Yeah, even in Kolkata. So, yeah. Ooh, Bhutan win the ball. Ooh, that's offside. Lucky for India. What's the chance of Germany this World Cup? Pranjal, I think we can potentially win it. But again, for me, if I look at the World Cup, then Spain, France are stronger, and then Germany belongs to that next sort of group of teams. Argentina is it? England comes to that in mind. Let's see. Pyari getting ready to come on. Avika goes off. Pyari coming on after 62 plus minutes. Avika not that impactful today. India now. Manisha can't get to that ball. Interesting to see how India operate. Shongita Bashfor also on the field. Crispin has made quite a number of substitutions already in this game. Headed out by Nirmala. Bhutan. Oh, that's a huge mistake from Shilki. Passes the ball straight to captain Pema Shering. And she puts that attempt wide. 64th minute. Back pass to Shilki. Shilki to Shering. And she puts it luckily wide for India. India, Malavika beats a marker. Malavika in the box, cleared for a corner. Hope Japan goes to semis this time. Let's see. Pranja said there are high chances Portugal and Argentina meet each other in the quarter. When do you think break the internet? Show 'em. It might break the internet, it might not break the internet. Yeah, let's wait and see. Said that Kajal D'Souza, who plays in Saudi, gets constantly known. Yeah, Roshan, very interesting, that she doesn't get a call up. I feel like Portugal wins in that and Portugal go on to win the World Cup. So I don't think Argentina, Portugal is going to decide the World Cup winners. I don't, again, as I say, Portugal to me is most probably, if Ronaldo doesn't play, as a better team than with Cristiano Ronaldo. That's the problem. The young guys are not getting chances. Oh, dangerously headed out for another corner. Silmato Ryan is being played as a striker despite the fact that he's a midfielder just because of his pedigree. I think similar is being done to Avika and the women's team. Yeah, could be. And that's why I said in the last week in the watch-along against Jamaica, you know, um, that I thought that Rahim Ali should be playing as a nine and Ryan behind it, and it worked at the start of the second half. And to me, Ryan Williams or Chante, both of them could interswitch. India on the left, playing it into the middle. Sell Kim Min Jae to Chelsea. So nothing to do. Who buy and keep or sell? How was the game? Was Anju? No, Anju is not the coach of Bhutan. She's coaching in the youth system over there. And the game, Bhutan better than India. How to rate Nagelsmann communicated no, I come back to national team. The communication might not have been good, but the decision is right in my opinion. So how good is Marco Rose tactically? Very good. Oh, chance for India. Ooh. And Manisha was held, but once a penalty, Manisha. Marco Rose is a very good coach. Very, very good coach. You saw that in Salzburg, to some extent, in Gladbach, in Dortmund. Yeah, so therefore, throw in for India. 1-0 India after 66 plus minutes in the second semi-final of the SAFF Women's Championship. And weirdly, if I've got the scheduling right, the final is on Friday. So it's just less than 48-hour break for India. Another throw in for India on the left. So therefore, 6:30 p.m. on Friday, Bangladesh is waiting for either India or Bhutan. At the moment, India hoping to get to a SAFF Cup final. Oh, good save from Sangeeta Monger. Long ball for Bhutan, but Purnima has it. Oh, first touch not good. But India somehow clear their lines. Bhutan trying to put pressure on the Indian defense. Purnima, Nirmala. Jasoda loses the ball. Purnima does well. Nirmala. Long clearance forward. That ball's going to go out through in. Andoni Iraola has been given a 2-year contract. That means the distrust shown by Liverpool management. The trust of Liverpool management or any management over a 2-year contract is always a good thing. If you do well, maybe there's a +1 option. Foul Nirmala on a Bhutanese player. So that's the thing. And I don't know, Iraola, I'm interested to see if it works out. He was talking to Bayer Leverkusen, and I think that step might not have been bad for him to go to a good level European club and then maybe go to a super club. Um, so let's wait and see. So Free kick Bhutan from the left. And interesting, I'm just reading up something that someone has sent to me that Riola actually has preferred short-term contracts, be it at Lacana, be it in Mirandes, Rayo Vallecano, as well as at Bournemouth. So that is nothing special. Oh, after having a word with Bhutan's number 5, Sukhmaya Ghali, puts it into the danger area, headed out by India. CIG gives 5-year contracts to someone like Liam Rossino. Yeah. Wasn't it a 7-year contract till 2032? I think it was even longer, right, Sean? Throw in for India. 70 minutes on the clock, 1-0 for India. And someone is in pain. I think it's Purnima Kumari. Yeah. The head is brimming, looks like. And she's up again. Looking a little wobbly, but wants a little bit of water. That does the trick. Throw in for Bhutan on the left. And chance for India. Jasoda. Ooh. Send Fida back to a keeper. Where were you during 2012 Champions League final? Chelsea lifted first Champions League title. Best day of my life. I was here in Remscheid because I watched the final in the evening with friends, I remember. I wasn't in Munich. Chance for India to break. Astam plays it back. Shungita. Shilki. Nice movement, India. Malavika cleared by Bhutan. Yeah, Bhutan are tiring. That's the good news for India. Bhutan having problems to create something. That's the other good news. And India has brought in a lot of experience compared to the earlier squad. So that I think is helping as well at the moment. Throw in for India on the left. And there's a Bhutanese player down now. Looks like with cramps. Tashi Wangmo. Up on her feet again. Out of nowhere, highlights of the match. Came up on YouTube timeline. Oh, good. Sadly, we didn't win at the time, Roshan. Long ball forward. That's going to be a Bhutan throw-in. Hannibal's favorite player, Namgadima, is going to take it. But it's the drinks break. It's a drinks break in the second half. India won. Bhutan nil. And that will be just enough for India to make it to the final of this edition of the SAFF Women's Championship. It is edition number 8. And so far, India won the first 5. Bangladesh won the last 2. And India haven't reached a final since 2019. Bhutan have never reached a final. Bhutan have been losing semi-finalists in the last 2 editions, like India was. So that's an interesting one. Having Ivory Coast and Ecuador in the group, are you confident of getting out of group stages? Yes, sure. Very, very confident. as the goal is being shown again. Just 1 second, I just need to stop window. 1 second. Sorry for that. Match is 75 plus minutes on the clock. Long ball forward for Bhutan. Earn another throw in on the right. Yeah, India have to do more. 1 goal lead is always dangerous in football, in my opinion. Opponent, even in the last second of the game, can score an equalizer. And Bhutan haven't had a bad game. And earn another throw in. And India need to be careful not to throw away this lead. Ball across from Bhutan from the right. Chip to the left. Bhutan played back. Long ball into the box. Headed out by India. Kicked out by India. Oh, good interception by Bhutan. By Nangeldema. Bhutan with the ball. Into the box. That is dangerous. India need to clear it. India need to clear it. And somehow Panthoy has the ball. Pema sharing. And Panthoy. And that chip. Not offside. And Purnima tries to shield the ball for a keeper, but Pema sharing tries to get a shot off, but a little bit of luck there for the Indian goalkeeper. General also Zoram paper about summer struggles in matches. I feel everyone will get to know what Stiller and Leonard Carl can do. Yeah, let's see, Sean. I think we've learned our lessons, especially 2024 was important. Sir, your club, what your favorite club? Ryan Williams, my favorite club in an Indian context is, or are Mumbai City FC and Punjab FC, because I've worked with both. Mumbai City I've set up myself, Punjab FC have set up the academy. And if you ask me globally, then it's Bayern Munich, for whom I have also worked, or even I've been lucky to play for the Legends as well. India on that wing. Sanfida with the cross. Oh, the keeper is off a line. Manisha Kalyan just needs to get a shot on target and blows it over. Big opportunity for India to seal the game. In the 79th minute, Manisha Kalyan had all the time in the world, and her smile says it all. Sanfida with the cross. Shongita Monga, one-handed touch. And Manisha does everything right. Oh, that's a good save actually from Shongita Monga. And Panthoy at the other end clears. Germany needs to just focus themselves defensively because in attacking sense they're very good. Yeah, that's very true. Sean, poor defending should have cleared the ball. I guess they missed it. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think she thought a keeper is gonna be able to do that. Purnima. Oh, ooh, that was lucky. To me, that looked like a foul, and the Bhutanese player is still down. It's the captain, Pema Chering. Let's see that again. Ah, that's a foul. Lucky India to get away with that. Purnima first has a faint touch of the ball and then clatters into her opponent. Pema Chering. Really impressive, I have to say. Generally, I'm impressed with the Bhutanese women's team, to be very honest. And Tae In Kim has done really well with his team in clumsy way to get into the tackle. Yeah, very clumsy. Pyari and Sangeeta Monga with the ball. Bhutan now trying to counter India. 81st minute running, and that will be a throw in for Bhutan. It's just too close to call this game. Sangeeta Monga does really well to get to the ball ahead of Manisha Kalyan, who had stuck out a foot. Jeki Lazon from Bhutan played in Bhutan. Okay. Oh, India losing. Malavika. Yeah. In the end, earns a throw in. That's the best that could happen to her. Or, no? Okay. I thought there was a throw in for India. One underrated gem is Kevin Schade. Andrich is going to be a big miss for him. Nah, Robert Andrich is not as good as he was in the past. And Kevin Schade, yeah, there are a lot of options. I mean, before I talk about Kevin Schade, I would most probably would have talking about Saad El Mala. Sorry, I meant Saudi. Yeah, Saudi. Okay, yeah. Desi Lakon from Bhutan played in Saudi. Yeah, that's clearly visible. Long ball forward for India. Malavika into the danger area. That should be the second. No, that's put wide. Astam. What do you make of Mecha for Andrich? Roshan, Mecha is much better than Robert Andrich. Much more, he's a box-to-box guy, much more dynamic, better. Robert Andrich, I think, is past his prime, to be very honest. And Robert Andrich, most probably 2 years ago, when Bayer Leverkusen won the Bundesliga, had his best season of all times. Throw in for India. We are in the 83rd minute. It is still 1-0 for India against Bhutan. It is a tight one. It's a close one. And India ideally needs a second goal to just seal this game. But I hope there isn't that one chance for Bhutan in injury time. Bhutan clear. Malik Shah and Schlotterbeck is best center back player? No. As I said earlier, Jonathan Tah and Schlotterbeck are the best options. Malik Shah has to prove himself. So I wonder if Abni the regular, like we're hyping him, okay, no problem, but you know, he's no regular. He's, like I said, he's played, I think, 27, 28 matches in 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know if that's for you regular. A lot of players play that many matches in one season, so therefore, I don't know. It's PR. It's too much PR happening in Indian football about players. Oh, Bhutan intercept, maybe a chance. Oh, intercepted by Purnima. Can Nirmala keep it in? Yes, she does. Beats her player and then loses the ball. Oh, Bhutan. Purnima has to clear. Long ball forward. But Sangeeta clears the line. Ooh. Shungita, Manisha. And Manisha loses the ball. Throw in. That's poor. It's poor from India. Hannibal's favorite, Namgyal Dema. She stops play because there's substitution for Bhutan. Teshin Laden goes off and Chering Chodan comes on, 21-year-old. Oh, that's a good ball for India. Pyari, Pyari. Ooh, Sanfida just can't put the ball away. Bhutan lose the ball. That's not as bad. He doesn't have that kind of recovery pace because this quick counter, he won't be able to track back. Didn't you watch Jonathan Tah against PSG against Real Madrid? I don't know where you say that. Jonathan Tah is better than Schlotterbeck. See, I generally feel like I can be president. No idea, honestly. Sir, I wonder why is no foreign club interested in Chinese, Indian, Turkmenistan, Tajik, and Kyrgyz players. Ever thought? No idea. Chinese players have played in Europe in the past, right? You had Sun Jihai playing at Man City, Du Wei at Everton, Jiaji Shao used to play at Frankfurt, 1860 Munich, Energie Cottbus. Chance for Manisha Kalyan to break on that left in the 86th minute. Manisha Kalyan. Good defending once more from Namgyel Dema. She's done really well for herself. Namgyel Dema. Ball out to Nirmala. Malavika does a little trick. Malavika into the box. Ooh. And Bhutan allows chances. And Sanfida just over. Good chance for India to seal this game. Nishavi plays similar style of football that he used at Bayer Leverkusen. I would like Grimaldo and Tapsova. We are going to sell Kukurea and Peri Center. Let's see what happens for him. A long summer's waiting. Sir, I hope you saw our under 20 table too. So, yeah. Manisha with her big body doesn't go down easily. That is always an advantage in that. But then she doesn't go down when fouled many a time as well. It seems to have down today. Yeah, Sujal, but again, I don't know if it would have been a natural thingy or but she's bigger body than actually every player from Bhutan. Sangeeta Monga has the ball, 87 plus, and she kicks it high and wide for a captain, but Bhutan trying to play a through ball, and then that was wasted. Luckily, ball stays in play. Panthoy going to pick it up. And guys, if you're liking this watch along, please like, share, and subscribe. We're at 4,397. Thank you very much. We're slowly growing. And on Friday, I'll do a double header of lives. First, India's women against Bangladesh, hopefully. And then Tajikistan versus India, the men's. Long ball forward. Bantoy gets to it. 88 plus minutes. India 1, Bhutan 0. Bantoy. Purnima. Purnima long. Sanfida plays it to Shilki. Man, screwed anyway. We just go against Mauritius and go on top of nations. So offside for Bhutan. Today I was reading a blog page. So may I ask, why did you do your mid score from India? Just curious. My father father's decision at the time. How tall are you? I saw you standing with Changti. You're shorter than I thought. I am 1 meter 71, right? Which is, what is it? 5 foot 7.5 inches, I think, if I'm right. Malavika back to Nirmala. Last few seconds of regulation time. India 1, Bhutan 0. Manisha on that left. And does she earn a corner? Sorry, Astam. Yes, she does earn a corner. That's important for India. Corner. 3 minutes of added time. Nirmala going across. Yeah, India taking their time. 3 minutes of added time. Nirmala. Oh, that should be a goal for India. It isn't. Bhutan just about clear. Malavika, shot blocked. Careful. Ball. India has to defend. Asta. Shangita. Ooh. Ball back to. Oh, Astam. Oh, that hurt. Player down for Bhutan. Tashi Wangmo. Tashi supposedly has to go off. Oh. And Linda coming on for Jasoda. What is your favorite Indian dish? Oh, man, I've got a few. I don't have one. If I want fast food, I love kati rolls, for example, right? I love kati rolls, but I also love my sort of what some people um, would say pani puri, right? For they're different things. So fuchkas, for example, right? I love a proper tandoori or a butter chicken as well. So there's not this one thing that I just love. I was going to this person other than his position as at AIFF politics. See, I know him for 25, 26 years. Met many years back. I don't even know if it was in Kolkata or in Goa. I think we met in Goa the first time. And again, he asked me how am I, how are my parents, this and that, everything. So I said, good, fine. I asked about the family, had some general talk. So with me, he's fine, but I've known him too long. Must be butter chicken. No, butter chicken is one of them, right? AIFF is next season calendar and they're introducing U15, 17, 19 girls youth league. Obviously, a good thing. Not to wait that this might be. Let's wait and see. That might actually be possible if the women's teams are willing to do that. So say yes, I am an OCI. Bhutan clearing their lines. 3 minutes already gone. Yeah, I am 171. I want Bhutan to win. Says Kunal. Why have not the contract because Kunal, the contract ran out and AIFF couldn't afford her after that. Long ball forward, headed out, important by Shilki. India need to be a little bit smarter. Sanfida loses the ball. Oh, Bhutan still have the ball, but India trying to. India with the ball across. Bhutan clear their lines. Manisha. Manisha, is she able to get through? No, she's not. And the Mongar. Long kick. We're already in the 95th minute. Bhutan with the ball. No, India steal it. Malavika. And that's the final whistle from the Sri Lankan referee. India just about beat Bhutan 1-0 in the second semi-final of the SAFF Women's Championship. And yeah, huge respect. Huge respect from my side for Bhutan. They gave it all. They tried everything, even had chances. And India just about survived. And they will, after a gap of two editions, will move. Is the match not over, or why are the Indian girls standing like that? Um, so that's the problem. No, it's over. And so yeah, that's the thing. India make the fun. Let me quickly put out a tweet and then I'll be quickly back with you all. One sec. Sorry, just let me put the tweet out quickly. Uh, Done. Right. Let me see. Where were we? Um, I know this guy works for the Intelligence Bureau. He looks just like you and speaks multiple languages just like you. So maybe you're a raw agent. No. Hannibal, surely I'm not. Kalyan Chaubey used to do politics even during his playing days. Baichung Bhutia said that 7 months back when there was disputed. Shwam, I would not know. I would not know that Kalyan was doing politics. Maybe he was doing politics in the dressing room. Maybe Baichung meant that, but he wasn't a politician in his playing days. So how's the Ashley prospect to you? Not good. You know, I didn't like the way Ashley spoke about Khalid and slandered him. And there's first of all, you don't do that amongst colleagues, and secondly, it doesn't speak well about you. I I didn't feel I didn't like it. Let's put it this way: the way that um, yeah, that was done. I've never eaten butter chicken in my life. Well, maybe go to Punjab again. My time at Rangos Punjab. Um, Tasted a lot of butter chicken also in some of rural Punjab. So yes, surely should be tasted by you. Sir, if young guys want to work for Indian football other than playing coaching, what would your advice on what to do and how to? So, Joel, first of all, question is, what does someone want to do? Do you want to be, I don't know, a doctor, a physio? Do you want to do sports management? Do you want to do analysis or other things? You have to be clear what you want to do and then try and work on it. But again, if you, let's say, do sports management, again, Indian football is such a mess that I would have to say, listen, maybe you might have to work in cricket rather than in football. So therefore, those are some of the things, yeah, that needs to be remembered. They have enough money? No, Kunal. The AIFF do not have enough money. I absolutely have massive respect for Khalid Jamil on human level. He's very soft-spoken introvert as well, but I can't watch his haram ball. Yeah, it's true. That is very true. And it's not just a new phenomenon. I said this when Khalid was appointed. Khalid Jamil plays this kind of football. He used to play this even at Jamshedpur. He used to play this over a decade back at Mumbai FC. So therefore, those kind of things are there. Yeah. So reality. Bhutan played very well this time. Yes, Kunal, they had a very good tournament. Respect to Bhutan. And yeah, Khalid Jamil introvert. Hey, yes, he is. Defensive midfielder and both the centre backs are just okay. Temu. Um, yeah, we were not good. Let's be very clear. We were not good. And luckily, we didn't play a strong opposition. I don't know from where, but today was not good. In my opinion, was not good enough. And, therefore, hopefully, we will be better. Pathetic performance by Manish in this match. Or his club in the entire season only take 5 to 7 touches for him as did in his game. Her game. Akshay, her. She's still a woman. Alianza Lima, I don't know if it's the problem of the club or just, I don't know. You're coming from the other side of the world and then coming to here, play a semi-final. Um, looks like Sanfida. Yeah, Sanfida Nongrum is the player of the match, scored the winner. So therefore, yeah, but Manisha has to be normally a cut above the rest of the players in South Asia, and we didn't see that today, right? So that is something that needs to be, uh, yeah. So therefore, that's something which is surely there, and which has to be said, has to be mentioned, and to me is something which is very very important. And not only her, but all the players need to be better, because this is, for me, this is not good enough. So yeah. So therefore, let's see what happens. Apala. Sir, is Monbagan Supergiant compared to these? Theoretically, yes. Um, because as you rightly say, Tajikistan, the matches fall under the FIFA window. My problem is that I've not heard anything where India is releasing the players. So I don't know if you've, India is calling up alternative players for Tajikistan. From my understanding is that the whole squad is left from London for the, not from my, I know that on Sunday, around the same time as I was leaving London, that they left for Tajikistan, and the only one who didn't go was Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams has traveled back to India, or I don't know if he's traveled back to India or traveled somewhere else. And supposedly Parthiv Gogoi has been called up in his rotations. Otherwise, there's no change to the squad. So it seems like those 7 Mohun players have not been called up. Ashley is just jealous because Khalid won the league when he used to be coach of Mumbai. I see. Swami didn't win it at Mumbai. He won it at Aizawl FC, and it was 1 year after Westwood left. But the rivalry was there, right? But the point to me is, um, I don't know. You don't backstab a colleague like the way he's done, or others have done about Mahesh Goli and all that stuff. I don't know. It's just, if I do it, if you do it, if we do it, that's a different thing than coaches doing it to coaches. I don't, it's not the fine way, and I felt is, yeah, again. Today's Bengal posted some random vision for ISL. Was reading that the 15 crore model had been put by ISL clubs, except East Bengal. What's going on there? Suja, no idea what East Bengal has in mind, or not in mind. There's a lot of questions. To me, the club led model is something which I'm, as you know, I feel interesting, good in a way, but on the other side. I'm not sure if it is um, it's the right way of doing things. Huh? So for me, it wasn't. But again, who am I to say that? Yeah. So let's wait and see. The Brewing Club membership play filled with one of the best Southern players from Chile, from Argentina, from Colombia, and of course, Brewing players. Yes, Timo. I still wonder, does Manisha even get game time? Yes, she does. Timo, she does. So how's the ownership perspective? I am skeptical, right? Uh, and to me, I'm skeptical because I also remember him. We were jointly experts at the 2014 World Cup, at the time for India Today TV. Him, Boria, myself used to chat a lot, and therefore I have a lot of respect for Ashley. But what he did in that podcast with Joe Morrison again, that's not. It shows me a lack of class, right? So that's my point. Actually, if you remember, talked about us while being Afghanistan. Yeah, he did. So that's what I'm saying. That it, you know, always be humble. He's not good in club, not involved too much in coming from bench. I watched all matches of Mishra to him. Okay, Akshay. Yeah, but this is a standard. It's a way up, right, for Manisha. Everyone want new coach, but if you don't even have money for chai, samosa, how will they sack the manager, pay the composition, and bring in new coach? Sure, theoretically, if you want, you can always bring in a manager. The question is, as you say, is the funding, and the question is the desire, and who do you bring in and how? right? To me, that is the biggest question at the moment. You know, and to me, that's the question at the end of the day. And yeah, it could be, but the this sorry, Ashley, but that interview disqualifies you, in my opinion, to become India coach. You don't do that, right? And you might not. Khalid and him go back to 2013 in the I League, BFC versus Mumbai FC, right? They have had a feud since then, and but hey, that I would say to Ashley one thing, as someone who's worked with the international team, I would say this to Ashley, I would say this to Khalid, I would say this to Manula, I would even say this to Igor Srimach. Without a coaching license, I could be a better coach than you guys could ever be for the Indian national team, because you all have not understood the psyche of the Indian national team, right? That is one thing which I saw in the UK, and I realized that certain call-ups were wrong, right? If I go by quality, that's not the thing. I need to recognize, realize, is a player burning to put on that India shirt? Is that player willing to do everything? And that is where I found a big problem with everything that I saw, is that to me, Gurpreet, Sandesh, Rahul Bekhe, Chante, Rahim Ali, Vikram to some extent, Rahim Ali to some extent, they were wanted to play for that badge. Corruption gonna Kunal, I don't know if that's the right thing to say, sir. You have Ashley's number. I wonder if you speak to him. I have it, but I don't speak to him. Manisha starting game, second game, Peru, she's starting one, getting benched in one, so it's still better. Yeah, so that's the problem. No? Most of all new fans of Info doesn't know about the coach background. Only someone who works inside Info knows about the Info coaches. So actually pointing out facts. No, it's not pointing out facts. He's pointing out those so-called facts, uh, um, which are which suit his agenda. How do it's Fida? She's one of our best young players. Actually delivers results though, sir. Where did he deserve his result? Did Afghanistan qualify for the third round of the World Cup? Did Hong Kong qualify for the Asian Cup? Did he get promotion with Roundgrass Punjab to the ISL? Or did he have success at ATK? I don't know. Beating India is a big result, but that is a one-off. Did he have success? Right. So therefore, where is he delivering results? I don't see that. What do you think about Crispin? He was good or not? I don't, Kunal. I don't think, as much as I like Crispin as a person, but Crispin, um, yeah, that's it's not good enough. In ISL, where with Blasters, yes, in the Blasters you could say, but I would have said, you know what, with three foreign changes that came in, Blasters were a different team, and suddenly they're flying. You know, you know. So that's the thing to me. Therefore, his so-called great track record isn't as great as you guys make it out to be. Sorry. And I have realized, and I saw that on Saturday again in London, that a lot of people can talk about a lot of things around the national team. But if you don't see them play live, observe things, and I was there at the warm-up, I watched it very closely. I've been lucky. I've traveled with the Indian team in the past. I wasn't some outsider. I was with the team, be it on those three England tours, be it on the trip to the Caribbean, Asian Cup even. I was very, very close with Bob at the time. Barcelona training camp, this, that. So I will say that I have, you know, I know I had Stephen to get originally the job in 2001 with India in 2002, right? So I know these things. So therefore I say, bring it on. I'll show you what it is. Vikram just runs his heart out when playing for the national team. He might not be the biggest, but he always has the spark. Sujal, that is the thing, right? So therefore, for me, Vikram gives 100%. And do not forget, he used to be at youth level India captain, the Indian under-16s, which lost to South Korea in the quarters. He was the captain of that team in 2018. The thing is, yes, Vikram is not your best footballer, but I saw that at least against Zimbabwe, he was putting his body on the line. Those guys were sometimes a head taller than him. He's jumping up and trying to physically, outmaneuver them, and he did it once or the other time. The others who are technically good, listen, they didn't even bother to try and go into those because they knew, right? So that is your problem. That is your real problem. Who's the man of the match for this game according to you? Oh, show him. Do I have a man of the match? or woman of the match, let's call it that way. I actually, is it, again, if it's from an Indian point, because she scored the winner, it has to be Sanfida. Otherwise, I think it's the Pema Shering from Bhutan was, to me, was the best player. Ashley beat India because of India's poor performance. Rather, Afghanistan brilliant cinema for that Hong Kong match too. Yeah, if you want to say it that way, yes. But a lot of people, you know, see that. How did Japan stand in World Cup? They've been great in friendlies. Hitesh, friendlies don't count. As I always say with Indian football, in global football, the same thing. Let's forget what the friendly results are. Let the tournament start. Let's see what the first game and the result is, and then we can have a conversation. To me, Japan could be, could be a big team with upsetting others, but it will be interesting to see if Japan can really pull it through or not. Riku was such good striker at youth level and scored many goals. Yeah, sure, but he now has not played as a striker. He's played more as a winger, attacking winger, of course. But again, being good at youth level and then being good at senior level are two pair of shoes. If comfortable, sir, which means national team player has the worst attitude and that person who you don't want to ever say hi to. There is no player that I wouldn't say hi to. It's everybody I would say hi to, even people that I don't like. And attitude wise, it's not a question. I will not name a player. Again, if I want to say something positive, then I will name those players, but not when it's negative, right? I like the attitude. I even like, Ryan Williams. We had a short chat. That's why I posted something on Insta last night. It's great. So therefore, those are the things. To be honest, I thought Gurkirat would have a better career than Vikram, but just the football thing happened. No, Sujal, Gurkirat to me, um, yeah, Gurkirat to me has been a disappointment because he, yeah. Uh, so therefore, for me, it's a yeah, it's a very difficult one. But to me, if you ask me, Gurkirat had a few good games at Mumbai City, and then didn't deliver anything um, at Chennai, right? 1860 Munich doesn't get third division license. Oh, Roshan, let me check. Breaking news out of German football. 1860 München. Ooh, yeah, didn't send the money confirmed in regard to finances, and 1860 Munich relegated. Uber Singh is a really nice person, sir. I can say that. Yeah, Gurpreet, great character. And when I spoke to him, you felt how disappointed he was to lose to Zimbabwe, right? Or I saw his reaction when Edmund or McCarthan didn't score the goals. Yeah, even though couldn't give any full positive jump, we can talk about playing in England, Spain, or the Caribbean. What matters most is what you learn from it, how you convert it into results. At the end of the day, results matter for the national team. There's no point giving coach 1 year for improvement if you're losing every match during that period and still believing you can build the best team after 1 year. Timo, there are two things that, and I'm very true with that fact. Again, it's like with the women's team today, I would take the result, right, above anything, even though I didn't like the way India played. India was not good enough, in my opinion. But in that thing is that what do you learn? Yes, and the senior guys want to be back. You know, uh, you know, yeah. So let's see. Seeing the things that these young players like on social, then the Palmer, John was something. Hannibal, the problem is with the younger ones. I feel that they have been spoiled by social. I feel spoiled by social media, right? If I might not be right, but to me, it has been, so therefore, for me, it's a problem that we haven't. These younger players are spoiled by the social media, right? You're hyped, you're hyped, you're hyped, and you know, and yeah, let's see what they can do, and um, yeah, let's see what happens over there. No? आर्यन शबी यूसुफ के बारे में कुछ बोलिए. Kailash, I can't say much about him, only that I know that he plays in Dubai for United FC. He has played not even 2 matches. Yeah, right. So he's had, uh, you know, uh, um, so again, another social media hype about someone who's, I don't know how many, let's see. Last day you told you played Solid Stadium, sir. Please explain us the feeling. Oh, it's fun, right? Playing for Bayern against East Bengal um, as legends. I've got 6 world champions with me. And I used to make that joke with my friends, especially with Renedy, and say, yeah, listen, I played with 6 world champions. Do that as well. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really loved it. And it was a great, great experience. Dude, this is glazing. So this is. You told in short video that I should run 3 years with between review. Roshan, to me, that knowing Indian football, a 2 year proposal sounds good from the clubs. I would have said, do a 3 year proposal because you will need time to set up everything, work on the things. And that is to me the most important thing at the moment, that we get the things right. Therefore, that's why I said rather do a 36-month model than rather a 24-month model, and also say, listen, are you going to put extra money into the system or not? So therefore, those are the things. There was a screw up at B Women too. They missed promotion for getting much early in the season. They finished second. Yeah, Sasha happens. And even to big teams. So did you find Ricky a fit for the national team? I liked Ricky because Ricky was another one who, he's a fighter, right? He was shorter than all the Zimbabweans, but he was never scared to go into those sort of tackles or one-on-ones and whatever. But again, for him there's a ceiling, right, of what he football wise can do. So therefore, that's the thing, right? So difficult. Sir, is Nikhil Bala a nice player? I didn't interact with Nikhil, so I can't say. I really wonder why doesn't we choose Suresh? Good question. Uh, because to me, the experience he has, and again, Suresh would have been a better Ricky Shabong to me because of his experience and knowledge and understanding. But hey, any hype of World Cup in Germany and the World Football? I don't see much hype in India. Shanlata, there is not much hype so far. No, here in Germany, or I was in the UK over the weekend. There was the UK, of course, over the weekend was all about Arsenal. And before that, I felt on Friday as if Arsenal had already won the Champions League. So for me, was found it very weird. And Arsenal are this, Arsenal are that. The Premier League is this, the Premier League is that, and it's like, sorry guys, to me, doesn't add up, right? So one last question: do you really think it's the federation? And then the quotas is not by the coach. Like, I hope the federation doesn't force the coach to select players from specific clubs. I don't see the coach being forced to pick players. I think the coach is taking his own decisions. Once in a while, maybe Kalyan Chau might say, hey, listen, pick this guy, pick that guy, which he also did with Manolo and with Igor Stimac as well. But again, it's up to the coach at the end to decide with who's he's picking. PR of Iron is being done somewhere. I saw a post that said Iron helps build a side to get promotion. I was shocked how he's not in mainstream, but then I searched the reality. Yeah. Suja, this is the problem of our social media. Listen, that boy might be very talented. I don't know how good or how bad he is, but he's not played in what did I see? He's only played in the President's Cup 2 games, 144 minutes, right? So that means to me he's not played one league game in the um, second tier of UAE football, right? So therefore, for me, that's again, yes, you're training under Andrea Pirlo and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense, right? Patif going for Ryan Williams, a very crazy choice. Hitesh, I don't know who else do we have as strikers and wingers. Irfan Yadwat was told to me is injured, so it's a problem. How do you see Parthiv Goge as replacement for 15? Shonlata, again, who are my options? Good question. I don't know. Most new Indian football fans compare players with foreign national players. For example, so I was watching the New Zealand versus Haiti match and discussing in a group. They were saying a small island like Haiti can beat New Zealand 4-0 with fewer facilities. And most of their players are born and trained abroad. If you give best players to a good coach, that's the last piece of puzzle getting results that applies to us too. Timo, the overseas players. Very simple. Haiti is mainly made up of French players. The Jamaica team, the Zimbabwe team, the Nigerian team, even to some extent. A lot of players are born in Europe, or some even for some teams even America, right? So therefore, they've got different quality. If I see that Fabish, for example, Jona Fabish is playing as a number 6 for Zimbabwe, plays for Erzgebirge Aue, who just got relegated, but again, he played third division last season. Um, Yeah, different quality players. So those are realities. So we don't have that, right? Our players play at a level which is lower. And the biggest problems, if I say again and again and again, we have problems with basics. Our technical abilities are not good. Our tactical abilities are also not good. So those just add up. I mean, does the previous coaches have the strength to reject players on cases suggesting your opinion says anyway, so what's very much nasty? Yeah, they can turn it down, of course. The coach decides in the end. And Friday's match is at 5 o'clock German time, so that's 8:30 p.m. India time. Is there any way I can deal with the shameless thing more Superman is doing? Hannibal, they could say something, do something, but again, they themselves have done so many things wrong. I don't know what they're gonna do. I think under 17s, if couple got in, but they didn't perform. The best league in West or East Africa. West. I don't know enough, Hitesh, about East or West Africa. If you ask me Southern Africa, I would say South Africa, and if you say in the north, it's between Egypt and Morocco. East and West, I don't. West, most probably Ghana. I might be wrong, but East, I don't know honestly. Most has funds. AIFF doesn't. Simple answer to Mr. Hamid's question. Nah, that has nothing to do with that. They could find them, but it was outside of the window theoretically from a regulation standpoint. Mohun Bagan didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, and that's the problem for the AFF. My point is, why do you allow the players to go to the camp and then on the day that the team is going to depart later that day, you tell the players, you know what, you come back. And I don't understand also the players that say, listen, don't let's talk at least with the club once and then we'll get back to you. What they didn't perform, yeah, they didn't. Pradeep Singh के बारे में कुछ बोले team Shamshir को. Pardeep Singh, I don't know the name, Kailash. Not don't remember hearing the name. Sorry. There's a lot of these Indian players or Indian origin players, memes floating around, this, that, everything. And I have to always say, guys, I can't know everyone or I do know everyone. But those who I know about, I will talk about. And for me, that's the thing. And yeah, but it's a lot of names being thrown around. But are these players really, really capable of playing for the Indian national team? Right? That's the point at the end of the day. So opinion on Scott Scalia. Brilliant player. Lovely player. Loved him at PSG. Loved him also at the last Euros as well. I think it's about licensing for also because that thing fits nah, it has nothing to do with it. People are trying to create timelines where these things are not interconnected. Right. So learn that some things people are create connections, this not everything, where there is no connection. Mohun Bagan Mohun Bagan will tell you, oh, you know what, we had Shubhashish injured, we had the ACL of Ashik Kuruni and other players injured. Yeah. Yeah. Said I thought last night, why is Georgia struggling to qualify with players in league? La Liga, even Bundesliga, you can add, because it is not so easy. Why did Italy not qualify? Hey, they've got Serie A players, they've got Premier League players, they've got Bundesliga, La Liga players. It happens, right? So those are some of the realities of things. 2 hours, 24 minutes. India won, Bhutan nil. The Indian women's national team are in the final of the SAFF Women's Championship. So therefore, Friday, double-headed watch-along. First India versus Bangladesh or Bangladesh versus India, and then later on Tajikistan versus India. So I'll do a double-header of the women's first and then the men's second. Looking forward. It wasn't common fluke, let's say, looking at the rankings. No, it's not. There is no fluke qualification. Teams who qualify on merit, and the European qualifiers are so tough. If Bosnia and Bosnia has talented players, right? So don't underrate them. So yeah, they've made it that way. And with that, guys, I'll come to an end of this live. Catch you on Friday, tomorrow. I won't be doing a live tomorrow. I'm trying to set up an interesting interview tonight. Let's see if I can get that interview done with a OCI footballer. Let's see if we can do that, and then I'll publish that. And I still have to publish um, um the Khalid Jamil statements from the press conference. So that is going to be those two things will come out tomorrow. With that, thank you very much. Good night. And as the last thing, and if you can tell me your name, then I could maybe call you out next time properly. Abhijit Mondal, Was a very good goalkeeper under Armando Colasso Dempo, won multiple I-League titles, now a coach. We'll have to see how he grows. Thanks for that. Good night. And I'll catch you on Friday with the doubleheader. Bangladesh versus India in the SAFF Women's Championship final. And then Tajikistan versus India men's international friendly. Rahul, good night to you. Good night to everyone else. If you haven't, please leave a like behind. Share Arun Foot with your friends. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Let's keep on growing this. And thank you. We crossed the 4,400 mark today. And do watch my short videos that I try to make. I did something on the ISL Club's proposal. And thanks as always. Watch all the other videos as well. Good night, everyone. And of course, the good news, Z is going to broadcast the FIFA World Cup. Thanks and good night.